for the Ask Junior segment of the show, and with me as always is my co-host TJ Majors. How you doing, TJ?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, out of breath there.
I know. I just run outside to sign some autographs. Somebody brought a show car over here that I told them that I'd take care of, and so
You signed the wing?
I signed a dash. But we want everybody to know, thank you for tuning in, for one. And we also want you to know about Xfinity. They're waving the red flag on internet price hikes and the green flag for savings. And you can get speed and the Wi-Fi that you need all locked in one price for 5 years. Mm-hmm. No surprises, no late yellows. Just a straight shot to victory lane, just like we like it. We've got a winner in Xfinity. Imagine that. They are a great partner here. I've actually got the chat pulled up for the first time in a long time. So I'm kind of following along with everybody. So we'll get right to it. So we've had a good show. We got Rodney Childers to come in and give us his rundown on how his season's going as part of Junior Motorsports. We talked to William Swalich, who won his first O'Reilly race this weekend. We talk a little Cletus McFarland. We talk about Cup going to Rockingham, Corey Heim being ineligible as the leader in the points in the Truck Series, ineligible for the playoffs. So we had a lot of great conversation. I hope you'll tune in when the show is released later today. But let's get right to your questions.
So we were talking about trading cards a little bit ago.
Yep.
And somebody wanted to know, what is something you purchased and a day later you said that was dumb? Have you had any purchases where you're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure that there's been dumber things that I've done, for sure. But one of my regrets was an automobile. I bought a Callaway Corvette. And Callaway is a great brand that built they'd take Corvettes and they would build a new Corvette every year, and it would have ground effects and just kind of they changed the whole body and style of the car. And I bought a used Callaway Corvette, and man, I didn't drive it a lot, and a buddy of mine laid his motorcycle on it. He had like a Suzuki or something, like a nice motorcycle, and he parked it in front of the car and accidentally laid it on the nose of the Callaway Corvette. He was also a body repair man, so he fixed it. But not that really mattered. But I just remember that being part of the story of the car. Eventually, I just was like, I don't love this car. Don't like it. I don't want it. Don't need it. This was dumb. I shouldn't have bought it. And I got nowhere near the money out of it that I put into it. And so, lesson learned. And I'll be quite honest. There's not a lot of things that I buy that are going to always appreciate, but I've gotten maybe a little more selective, I think. So, there's always going to be. We were talking about cards earlier, and I think in the card game, like you want to be smart if you're buying singles. You want to buy the card at a reasonable price for sure. But again, I think what an expert, if we ask the question, right, hey, what should we pay for a card? Like, what is is it 20% over,
Yeah.
10% below
What's
value?
the real value?
What do we pay comparable to the value of the card? And they're probably always going to say, how bad do you want it? Is it a favorite player? Is it a favorite team? Is it a favorite moment? And that's really, that's kind of the answer. If you I like specific players, right? So I'm going to learn about a specific card that player has that's really a great, sought after card, and I'm going to want it, right? And now, what am I willing to pay to get it? And that's the value of the card. Because
Agree.
what I have learned is, and I think this is probably true to anything. The value of it is what the last person paid for it. So if you look at the card apps, they're just basically pulling purchases off of eBay. So the car's been sold 6 times in the last year on eBay, and here's all of the things, and they've averaged that, and that's it. It's what is it?
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, but the value is what you're willing to pay for it. That's what happens with land too. So like, you know, you got an acre of property down the road from you that's available, and you think the price range average of an acre of land around your area is 12.5 or $30,000, whatever, right? Well, if somebody pays $45 now, that's what that's worth. It's a $45,000 piece of land, and so it raises a little bit of the value of everything around you because somebody paid this much for that, something very comparable down the road. So,
TJ, you got any dumb purchases?
Yeah, all the time. Not really bad though. I've probably overpaid for a couple Josh Allen cards, but like you said, how bad do you want them?
You got a couple for free though.
I did get a couple commons probably, but yeah, no, they're
I gave him some Josh Allen's, just common,
just common
boring
cards.
old common cards.
He's just unthankful. You were talking about last week the rocket launch. This person wants to know, if you had the opportunity, would you get in a rocket to go to the moon?
So, oh man, we were watching last night them going around the backside of the moon.
Yeah,
and I was trying to tell somebody they were I was like, man, this is the ultimate daredevil stunt. Like you see people do stunts and you're like, man, I don't have the guts to do that. But like, this is the biggest jump, right?
yeah.
So, oh man, I'd probably have to really consider it. To be quite transparent about this, right? The first thing you're going to think about, and you might not understand this, Travis, but first thing you think about is like, am I willing? I'm leaving my family. I'm leaving behind everything I know, and if this doesn't go well, it's going to change everything. But so you got to weigh the risk. But I think you have to do it.
That's what I think.
You have to do it. Yeah.
Just to be in that up there, like this.
One of the other things that I thought about this was, you have to do it, but I wonder what. So, all of us in this room, and I'm pretty confident to say this, every single one of us in this room, at some point in that trip, are going to have a nervous freaking breakdown.
Probably early,
right? At some point, you're going to go, yeah, okay, I'm ready for this ride to end.
Yeah.
get me out of here.
And it doesn't end till it ends, right? You ain't getting off.
How long are they gone?
10 days. But they're now at deck 4.5. They're halfway through. So that would be the thing that I would probably be most worried about. And I wonder how. I mean, this is probably a dumb question, but I wonder how they prepare them, and how they mentally train, right, to stay top of mind, to stay plugged in, to stay, almost robotic about the whole process. Because now, listening to them describe what they're seeing, you can see they're like taken aback. They're like, man, the guy last night, he's like, we're on the backside of the moon. He's like, I wish I could really find the words to tell y'all what this is like, but I don't have them.
That's pretty cool, though.
He's like, I do not have the ability. He's like, we are not equipped with the ability to describe to you what we are feeling and seeing, which was really compelling to hear. And so it makes me badly wish that I too could see that, right, or experience that. But do I have the would I lose my shit at some point?
Yeah.
Right? Would we? Wouldn't we? Might we all?
Probably. What do you do? What do they
Right?
do all day? Like, what are they doing?
I mean, they got tasks.
Well, I think they're working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what can you possibly work on all
They're
day?
doing shit. I don't know, dude. They're just doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they're up there just like.
There was one moment where they were like, they changed the pressure inside the cabin. Just there's a test. They were like, did a few things just to be able to control the atmosphere inside the cabin and make sure all those things work the way they're supposed to work. Because that's something that's going to have to happen as they go down into the atmosphere of the moon or whatever, right? When they go land, they have to have ability to change the pressure in the cabin and all that.
They
I
fix their
imagine
toilet.
Yeah. So think about that, right? That's probably what they're doing. They're doing all of these things that they know are going to have to work perfectly on the next flight. And they're doing some things that aren't necessary today or necessary for this particular flight, but they know they're going to be needed and used when they take the next flight, right? So they're testing all of this capabilities of this capsule. And so I think that would keep you busy. But the other thing too is the re-entry, right, into the atmosphere, all of those things, right? There's a lot of very challenging moments still ahead. How do they compartmentalize, right, and not worry or think forward? I don't know, man. I'm a very emotional kind of person with that kind of stuff. So like, I'm in racing and so forth. It's heavy. It's the pre-race, the post-race, all those things are really big moments, big emotional moments. And so I don't know. I would need tons of training, right, to be in just this robotic state of just doing my work, not getting caught up in the.
I wonder if it would be hard to quit watching out the window.
That would be like, yeah, they're telling them, they're like, all right, y'all, don't forget to change. Don't forget to like let someone else get it. Don't forget to change windows. And then, some folks come away from the windows and they go to work and the others swap out, right? It's the way they're describing it. So yeah, like you would, if you're seeing something that you can't even describe, right? You can't even like put words to it. You wouldn't want to take your eyes off of it. They say they're seeing impacts on the moon, like they're watching.
That's wild.
Stuff hit it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're sitting there like, hey, we're watching them flash impacts of things that are landing on the surface of the moon.
And I'm sure they've seen things like, what was that out there? I mean, who knows? They were like, there's this burning red sort of orb, and they're like, well, that's probably Mars, and maybe you're seeing this and seeing that. And so, I don't know, man. I love it. It's fascinating, and it's exciting. I can't wait to continue to follow their trip back.
Yeah.
And through
get their thoughts too when they come back.
Yeah, the re-entry into the atmosphere and all that stuff, how challenging that is for the spacecraft. This thing, one of the things that I didn't get an answer for there's a camera that's on the outside of the capsule, and it's showing the capsule, right? And there's all these things flying by. And it looks like moths, right? It looks like what moths might look like when they're flying around a light. But they're coming by this thing, and you're like, what the hell is that? Is that like debris, space stuff? What is it? Stuff? Just what is that? It's flying by. And how is that not, what is that stuff, and what is it doing? I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff flying by the capsule in this one clip of one particular shot.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Do you believe in aliens?
That's a big question. I feel like that if space is infinite and we are here,
Surely there's others.
Surely there is absolutely there. I would say if I was a betting man, I would bet 1,000% that I'd put all the money on the fact that there's definitely other life forms out there, what they look like, what shape they take, all that. I don't know, I mean, but there is got to be multiple instances of scenarios where life could exist, right? In terms of temperature, water, and all the things that need to be in that sort of equation.
I mean, there might be 100 more Earths that we don't even know about.
Yeah, thousands.
If the alien delegation sent someone here to Earth, who would you nominate from the human race to meet and be that person to start?
Probably you.
Oh my gosh.
Probably Travis.
Who would I
Yeah, pick one
nominate?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's in like Matthew McConaughey.
Really? Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. But I mean, there's the potential that it could go wrong.
Oh,
That's what I was
So
thinking.
you don't want to lose somebody.
That's why we're not sending you.
You don't want to lose your first string, your A guy. you kind of got to send somebody that's capable, but at the same time, if they were just to disappear instantly.
Someone in the chat said Ward Burton.
Ward. Honestly, Ward would probably be on the council because he's a man of the. Yeah, he knows what's up with the
snake catcher.
Alien's like, come again? What'd you say?
Yeah. Ward would definitely be on my council as a head of agriculture.
All right. Next question comes from the chat. What's one underrated or overlooked paint scheme you'd like to see a diecast of? Mine would be Schrader's Red Baron car.
A car that needs to be a diecast.
Or one that you don't have that you want.
Yeah, I've got a little list. There's some, I will say this, man. There's some cars that are diecasts that could have been better. There's the mold.
Oh.
Yeah. The Monte Carlo SS mold. Dad, there's a lot of customs and there's a bunch of cars that they made for Dad on the Monte Carlo SS. So like 86, 87. That mold is kind of strange to me. The nose turns down past the, over the top of the front tires. The nose bends over. I don't know. They've gotten so good these days at like scanning cars and making the actual car, like the ones that sit here on this desk, they look to me like everything's in the right place. Right?
Yeah, they're pretty accurate.
Yeah. They're not out of proportion or disproportioned or something's funky. But it's a lot of the older stuff. Like a lot of the Buick, like the 81 Buick stuff, they got a Mark Martin, a Richard Petty. Those things were really high. Like they, like these cars here, they're kind of all sitting pretty close to race heights, right?
Yeah, the rear's a little probably high, but
they're a little high. But like some of the stuff they made in the past, just like I had the Mark Martin 1981 Buick Mark Martin car, and then I had the I had a couple of the 1981-ish Buicks. I have a Richard Petty and a Mark Martin, and then the number 2 Stacy car. And I take the damn front. I take the front springs out of the front. I take them apart. It's a couple screws, and I take the damn springs out so they'll sit lower, so they're a little closer to ride height. I can't stand to look at them when they're like that. But there's stuff like that I'm just kind of particular about.
Will you get a Hocevar's throwback from this year if they make it?
Yeah, I would take that. I would say, I'm biased, so I'm going to tell you a couple that people are going to go, yeah, that doesn't move the needle for me. But Dad's Buick from the 1979 Daytona 500. Somebody had to make that in a custom because they don't actually have a mold for that actual car.
Yeah.
I would love a set of Donnie Allison, Cale Yarborough crashed versions from the 79 Daytona 500.
That'd be neat.
The 2 Oldsmobiles. Like, why don't they make that set and sell it of the 2 cars post-race? AJ Foyt's 84 Oldsmobile Cutlass. I don't know why. That was a beautiful car. All orange, kind of orange, poppy red. Number 14. I don't know, man.
I like those.
I got a long list. There's a lot of Dad cars that I don't have that I wish they made. Mostly the Wrangler stuff. Like the Pontiac. So the car that Hocevar threw it back to, the 81 Pontiac Grand Prix, like the cars that are available or were produced in the past of that specific model, it's not a good rendition of the car. Ride height's way too high, and it's just a funky looking, doesn't look like a cup car. It looks like an actual street version, like they scanned the actual street car and put that body on there. Yeah.
All right, well, we have to wrap.
Damn it.
Yeah, really already?
Why? What happened?
Well, we got Russ here waiting.
Yeah, he can wait another 5 minutes.
Do you want to address the chat?
About what?
There's one thing they keep asking about.
What is it?
Figgy.
Figgy. Who's Figgy?
I don't get it, and I think it's dumb.
You do. Yeah. What damn? Elijah does not think.
Like, yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah. Elijah loves it.
He loves it.
Yeah. So explain to everybody what's happened. I don't know how these things.
I don't get it.
Come out of nowhere.
I don't understand.
Like it literally, from what I could tell, it literally came from a single tweet or some
A Reddit post
on Reddit. That there's this mythical son of Dad.
Yeah.
Named Figgy. That exists. I mean, the internet just having fun, I guess. Just being goofy.
The internet's gonna internet.
Like I asked Tim, so I'm like, am I old? Am I missing something?
Look,
here?
I don't want to ruin this thing for them because I mean, they're having a good time with it.
I don't think you can ruin it, can you?
Well, if I just said it didn't exist and it was,
Well,
if I said like Travis, this is dumb, this doesn't. They'd be like, man,
it doesn't.
What an asshole.
Exist, but I get it. Yeah, doesn't exist.
Are you sure?
No, I mean I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well,
are you saying it does?
No, I've done the genealogy. I know the answer.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
He never raced, right?
I'd say no.
Yeah.
Is he younger or older?
Is he younger?
Younger or older?
Yeah, how old
And
is
who? Me or
how old
Perry?
is Figgy?
Than you.
Raced according to the chat.
Definitely raced.
He hasn't or has?
He had 5 straight Talladega wins in college.
5 Yeah.
Now is it real?
Yeah.
I don't. I guess having fun.
It's interesting how those things kind of
Pop up.
and yeah, the internet's undefeated.
It's something.
This is definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if Elijah didn't create this.
Stop covering up for Figgy. Yeah, yeah, but it's wild that everyone literally, like how quickly everyone picked up on it and is.
It's our entire timeline. Mine, not
Yeah.
It is definitely about 90% of the chat.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
I thought about just not asking it.
You want like things, the things that you want to take off like this don't. And then
this does.
This does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One NASCAR off week.
One NASCAR off week.
Good Lord.
We need more off weeks.
No.
No.
Race on Easter.
Yeah, that was one take that you had.
Take next week.
Race on Easter, so you take next week off?
Yeah. I think Easter, it's ripe.
What's the
It's ripe for
sports
TV ratings. Yeah, sports you play on holidays.
People are hanging out.
I'm not against drivers.
I'll say I was hanging out. I was at my fifth wheel in Texas with my family, Amy's family, and we took our fifth wheel up there and was sitting outside on Sunday. And I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to be watching a race. Like,
yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Even Saturday, you were sitting around there hanging out.
Well, we got to watch the race.
Yeah, I know.
Race.
And there was some basketball. The Hornets are doing good.
I wanted you to make sure you felt like you were there. So
that was something that was on the notes that didn't make the show.
Next segment.
What segment? All right.
You talking about Con?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Con for Rookie of the Year.
We have a betting segment.
Con for Rookie of the Year. What is going on? Flag comes in and has a couple of good games, scores 51, 40, whatever. Scores like 85 points in 2 nights, and now they're like, yep, Rookie of the Year. There it is. There's the guy, Flag. He's back. And Con was like, Cooper Con.
Cooper Con?
I mean, Con Knuppel. Sorry. Con Knuppel was the like 80% chance of winning the Rookie of the Year just a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And that was kind of the opinion for the past couple of months. And Cooper Flag comes in and has a couple of solid games. I know he's done more than that this year, but he had these 2 monster games. And everybody's like,
well, there it is.
Now he's like 75% chance of winning the Rookie of the Year. Man, they don't let Charlotte have nothing. They don't. They don't. Charlotte's gonna make the playoffs this year. They might surprise somebody in that first round. You don't want to have to play them.
Hopefully they do.
Yeah, they don't let us have nothing.
I don't think that's
You don't know. You ain't even a Charlotte fan.
No, he don't even care.
I know he don't.
I bet Con to win Rookie of the Year.
Con should be the Rookie of the Year. Ain't but like 3 games left. Nothing against Cooper Flag, but Con should be rookie of the year. I don't know any other way to say it. But and we got a real shot at like upsetting somebody in the first round of the playoffs, knocking off a high seed.
When did they vote for their rookie of the year? Before the playoffs, or
my wife asked me that question, and I didn't even know.
I don't know.
I mean, imagine. I don't know, but it's frustrating because like Flagg is finally healthy. He's playing amazing. He's doing everything that they all thought he would. Yes, he's an amazing player, and he's the number one option on their team. Where Khan's kind of like in the middle of the, Charlotte's got, a different guy stepping up every night.
Mm-hmm.
And Khan's not had an incredible string of games of late. His last 5 games, I think, have just kind of been so-so. But he's, they're playing games in such a way to win, to position themselves better in the playoffs and not just lighten up the scoreboard for him,
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Look, I'm not a fucking expert at NBA or basketball, but I've been following this year, and damn, felt like Khan had Rookie of the Year wrapped up. And now it's a conversation or a debate. And they're going to take it away from us. It was ours. We're trying to get Con Canoopla on the podcast. He said he'd gladly come on after the season's over.
So hopefully further down.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Can we wrap now?
Yes. We can wrap now.
Read.
Oh. Well, hey. We talked anyways. The chat's still all about Figgy.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, everybody, appreciate y'all tuning in. Glad we could address the Figgy Earnhardt speculation, and what a time to be alive when something like that can come out of nowhere and be a dominating discussion in our Ask Junior segment. But hopefully you'll check out the rest of the show. We got a lot of great stuff for you. And thank you, Xfinity, for waving the red flag on internet price hikes. You get great savings now. You get the speed, reliable Wi-Fi that you need, all at one price for 5 years. No yellows, no surprises. Straight to victory lane. Xfinity, imagine that. We'll see you tomorrow.